It's about to get even more Christmassy, though, because our air fryer king, Nathan Anthony's, taking on the most important meal of the year, of course, Christmas dinner, in an air fryer. I'm just going to stop talking because it's in front of us and we are ready. Look at us.
Ready to get stuck in.
Tell us all about it.
The whole thing done in the air fryer. So we have had the turkey on for the last 90 minutes. Dermot was asking earlier, you know, the dry brine. So traditionally, my granda years ago would have put his turkey in a bucket of cold water with like all the seasoning of the day to give it that flavour and give it a bit of moisture. What we've done is, and I'll take you through these over here. So we've dry brine. So about 2 days ago, under the skin, we added some salt. We had added some brown sugar, bit of herbs and cinnamon. And what that does in comparison to a wet brine is the bird absorbs all of the flavour and then the moisture goes back into the bird. It's actually called osmosis or some type of scientific thing, but that's what we do. Then we leave that for 2 or 3 days once we've dry brined it, and then we make a compound butter, a zesty butter with rosemary, orange, more cinnamon, all the works, and get it into the air fryer. So that's pretty much how we've made the turkey. About 90 minutes that took in the air fryer.
That's so good, isn't it? It takes it
so quick.
Because when you think of Christmas dinner and like traditionally, like being a kid, it's like the turkey is everybody's stress. And to go here is like 90 minutes makes it you feel like you could achieve that midweek. You know what I mean? That's the thing that my mum would stress over. Like,
I always just say it's a big chicken.
What do you baste it in and how do you do it? But taking the fuss out of it.
Taking the fuss. I think for Christmas, it gives you more oven space as well. So it's a backup or it's an overflow to do your roasties in, to give you more, because people try and do too much at one time. And I think they get really, really stressed.
The only thing, my only slight criticism is I'm a massive fan of brown meat. So I would literally, when we cook the turkey...
You do have roast beef?
Yeah, well, no, I normally just get a wing and just run away like a dog into the corner.
Oh, see, we would get on well at Christmas because I hate the brown meat.
How can you hate the brown meat?
It freaks me out. It's too soft and weird.
So
I can't. Anything close to the bone, I can't do. So this is perfect for me.
Right.
So the roasties, we've also done those in the air fryer as well. So
how long do you do that?
Parboil.
How long take?
So parboil for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then just a quick spray of oil, bit of flour, obviously fluff them up. You can skip parboiling, but you're going to sacrifice the inside not being as fluffy. So I always say parboiling is worth it for the
you
extra.
Have to with a good roasting.
So these will go in for about 20 to 22 minutes. The beauty of this is, one thing that I'm not a big fan of turning your roasties every now and again and like skiting everywhere. So the good thing of the air fryer is you just give it a shake.
Yeah.
And that's it, so halfway through cooking. The next side that we have is one of my favourites. So these are pigs in blankets with a twist. They're filled with cranberry sauce and brie.
So the biggest ones I've ever seen.
OK.
No, gosh, no. Guys, come on now.
Nathan.
I'm just saying. They are. Normally, they're really, like, they're kind of tiny little chipolatas with bacon around.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're stuffing them?
Yeah, so all we have is just... You can use any type of sausage you like. You can use the small ones, but we're just going to put in a bit of cranberry sauce. Now, what I would say to everyone at home who's going to make this is decant your cranberry sauce into something separate, because if you're filling your sausages, you're going to cross-contaminate, so make sure that you decant your cranberry sauce into something. So that's your cranberry sauce.
Do you have to take the casing off the sausage, or is it just...
No, I literally just cut along that. And then in goes your brie.
Really nice.
And then all you have to do is just roll it up, and then that's it.
That's something to do on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
that's how you know it's Christmas.
100%. So that is our pigs in blankets.
Do you know what I do like about it is it browns the meat, and you know, you've got to have that lovely crisp on it, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You really do.
I can't deal with a sausage when it's not brown enough.
No.
This isn't going well for me.
And one of the questions earlier on was, do you need any oil or anything for the sausages? No. A sausage has enough fat on its own.
How does the air fryer work like that? Like, does some stuff need oil, but stuff that's got natural fat doesn't?
Typically, anything with like a batter, that like if you were doing like, you know, a pakora or kind of the fakeaways that we had the last time, you would need to kind of put a bit of oil at the bottom and maybe do a quick preheat so it hits the hot oil. But then once it goes in, the oil and the air is blowing around the basket. So it works completely. Like if you'd done that in the oven, you wouldn't get the same result.
Right.
So they go in. They're quite quick. They take about 15 minutes at 180.
So good.
So
will it only work if they're sort of sat in there in like a single layer, or could you stack them? Like if you did have a house full, could you?
Oh, good question.
I wouldn't stack meat. I would stack like your potatoes because you're going to give it a shake. But for meat, I wouldn't really stack.
Okay.
It depends how much you're putting in. Like, would you be looking to fill it there to salt?
Yeah, that's not
Like,
gonna cut
okay,
it with my family.
Brilliant. So on to the last one. So with stuffing, traditionally, you would put your butter on the pan, you would soften your onions. This recipe, our neighbour, her mum, she always sent her mum's Boxing Day stuffing round, and it was the nicest stuffing.
Oh, wow.
A lady called Celine.
I love how, like people are just so guarded about their own stuffing recipe. It's such an important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got to carry on that tradition.
My father-in-law's stuffing is a thing of beauty.
Is it really?
Yeah, I look
you
forward
can't
to
beat
it
a good
Christmas,
stuffing.
You can't beat, and this is a meat-free stuffing, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Stop it!
It's too early for that. Too early.
Absolutely in the gutter. A lot of...
Aren't they?
So in this stuffing, I do this. The
husband's in the jungle,
pinch of
people.
curry,
Show some respect.
Very fair.
a little pinch.
There's so
of-
many things going through my mind right now. Keep it clean, kids. Keep it
Keep
clean.
it clean. So the stuffing also goes into the air fryer as well. I would use my hands normally, but I'm not going to get stuffing everywhere here. But you don't even need to soften the onions. Just it all goes into a bit of foil in the air fryer, and about 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's, do you know, and I'm not saying cook the whole thing in your air fryer, but it is such a good backup to give you more space and just a bit more time, because people get really stressed about Christmas.
Yeah.
So even if you're not like cooking the whole thing in an air fryer, you can use it as, you know, as a sort of a little kitchen tool. Hey,
Absolutely.
Nathan, if you were going to do the whole thing in an air fryer,
Yeah.
how would it work in terms of, obviously you do your turkey first, and then you just rest your turkey like you normally would?
Absolutely, yeah. And then you can carve it, and then you know you can put a bit of the ghee over, and then kind of reheat it, cover it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't reheat the whole bird, but I would carve it and then reheat.
Keep going
Or
back
put
to
it on a tray, and you can put it on a big massive roasting tray and reheat it all at once.
quite
But
good for
it just means
Boxing Day too.
Christmas Eve you can do a bit of prep.
Yeah.
And Christmas Day is less stressful.
Anything to make Christmas Day not stressful, because we've got the
Absolutely.
Bucks Fizz happening at 10 a.m, you know. A 90-minute turkey is about right, I think. Thank you. This was like the
Nathan,
first
that was
Christmas
great.
dinner of the
First
year.
Christmas dinner of the year.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Right, details of the recipes from all of our chefs are available on our free This Morning app.